Hey, I'm Alex Rackle from Board Game Co.
It's Professor Meg.
And today we are playing through Sirens the Deep Sea. This is almost like an RTS. I feel like it's similar to an RTS. Like a real-time strategy game is similar to kind of what it's going for. There's going to be a bunch of missions to go through. I'll walk you through all of this, but before we do, usual notes over here. This is a prototype. All rules and components subject to change. I should note that there are lots of little touch-ups and details about rules that are still being fine-tuned, so we'll have as much as we possibly can accurate, but if there are notes or corrections, again, rulebook's still being updated and changed. We'll try to have notes down below or pinned comments for anything there. Plus, we are relying as well on the player's rule, which is written in the rulebook, is if you're unsure, just move forward and have fun, because that's the point of the game, which I'm personally a big fan of that rule.
Which is when we'll probably argue.
Anyways, past that, this is a sponsored gameplay. We'll have a link to the GameFound campaign down below. And also I'll note that this particular scenario we're going through is scenario 4 Sasari over here. This is a longer scenario. In general, scenarios do range. Like the tutorial might be like roughly 45 minutes to an hour, but then scenarios do range from like, 1.5 hours all the way up to like, 5-6 hours for some of them. The one we're playing through right now is going to be a 3-hour scenario. We're not going to be doing the whole thing. We're probably going to go through maybe like 4 out of the 8 chapters or so, give you a taste of the way this game plays out. And speaking of the way the game plays out, it kind of is like an RTS, which I mentioned already. It has an element where you're going to be going through chapters in the game. So you're going to have the basic start. You have your sirens, these little characters on the board who are going to be wandering around, moving, trying to gather resources, build buildings, power themselves up. But then you're going to have objectives you're going through. Each chapter is going to give you a little mini objective you're trying to be mindful of as a player, whether it's something building to gather resources, defeating enemies, things like that. And it gives you a little bit of a narrative arc. You go through a chapter, you complete the chapter, you go to the next chapter, but this particular scenario has 8 chapters to go through, so like I said already, we'll probably go through around half of it, maybe more, maybe less, depending on how we're doing on time, just to keep it engaged as we go through it. But to that end, let's walk through the basics of the game before we start. And the basics are your sirens are going to have movement as your main action points. Your action points are effectively your movement. And the game's going to go through a handy-dandy little player aid over here. It's going to walk through the round, where the first thing you do every round is you check the story event to see if there's any story event on this board. This is going to track number of rounds, and there's also further rounds. It's going to reset, and this moves along every single time. Although, don't worry, you're probably not going through 100 rounds in this game. It's just to give you that room or flexibility. But like I said, scenarios can get long. After that, you're going to draw an event card. An event card over here, which possibly might change the direction of the stream. That's going to be effectively the wind, so to speak, but it's the stream, it's the current pushing your sirens around. It's water. The other W. After that, you're going to go ahead and take your turn as the sirens. So you're going to go ahead and take your turn with the sirens, being able to spend your action points. Your action points are going to be a movement. I believe, Meg, you are playing as Zanaya over here.
I am.
Who would start with 7 movement over here, but we do have upgraded abilities. We already have some gear that we start with, and so those are going to modify your stats. You're going to have 6 basic stats: your attack, your defense, your dodge, your initiative, your movement, and your amount of items you can carry. But you can modify all those with the various gear you gather, powering yourself up throughout the course of the game. Generally, you're going to be spending your movement to do a variety of things, anything from moving around from location to location, gathering various resources, uncovering new spots to gather resources, building buildings, possibly engaging with enemies, but again, we'll walk you through all that as we go through the game. After that, NPCs will move. There's going to be a caravan and a worker. You'll probably see both of these in this scenario, but we'll walk you through how those work, but a little NPC movement where our allies can effectively operate, and then after that, the opponents will go, and I think after that, the boss is the last thing. Oh, we also skipped the Noakai, which we'll talk about later, because that whale's going to show up. But that's kind of the general idea of what's going on here, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and start off, although we should probably read these scenario things, because we got scenario flavor text to go through over here. And with that, I think, and anything else we haven't talked about, because there's a bunch of stuff we haven't talked about, we'll walk you through as we go through it. Story, Sasari. Your loyal caravan leader, Sasari, was captured by the Sheraak and Rukata during one of his missions for your King Taurus and Queen Centaura. However, our scouts have discovered that he was taken to a distant area in the south, to the neutral trading region of Lirosar with a trading city called Durant. There are no borders here, so the Sheraak and Rukata have also settled here alongside neutral outposts. However, they seem to want to increase their presence there as more and more units are arriving in the area. Durant has offered you his support. Unfortunately, the last strong stream and a deep-sea earthquake have caused a lot of damage. You can use Durant and his marketplace, caravan standi, and warehouse, and the resources and the 2 outposts, but you must first help them to rebuild Durant. Help them, and you will have Durant on your side to find Sasari. This is Durant over here. We have to help repair Durant, and then we'll have access to this little mini-city and all its benefits, and there are a lot of benefits from those various buildings. We are going to start with 2 goods over here. We're going to start specifically, let me move this out of the way.
I think I need that, actually.
You need what? This?
Yep.
Oh, that's your board.
Thank you.
You're going to start with your board over there, and we start with 2 wood and 1 1 stone. So I just need to find those over here. We have a nice little, and again, prototype over here as we deal with this. Here, we're going to start with this. Do you want to start with it, or do I?
Oh, I see. You can.
The basic idea is we're going to be using this wood. We're gathering, we basically start with the resources we need right now to be able, and actually it makes sense because I'm actually closer, so that does make sense.
And I move more too.
That does make sense as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start with those resources, which are going to be essential to be able to basically repair Durant. Important, all opponents that appear via event cards. So there's going to be general AI rules in the game. In this particular scenario, the enemy are always headed to Durant to try to take it out. If they ever destroy Durant, we lose the game. So we need to kind of take out enemies before they touch that. Although fortunately, there are no enemies on the board yet. We need to go ahead and use a spirit board. We got that. Meditate, no, we're fine. Loot dice, yes. Pro player rule, that's the one we talked about, where the players get to have fun if they're not sure what to do. And that is basically that. We need to repair Durant. So here's our tasks. We need to repair Durant with 1 board and 1 stone, and then remove the X marker showing that it's broken. So we need to repair it over there, and then we are good to go. We also need to build a Botanica on M9 and the Polisher on K14 to start a production chain. Okay. Then remove the X markers. That's over here. These 2 spots over here. We want to build a Botanica and a Polisher. Those are going to be various buildings. In general, your players have a lot of information to go through. You have your own player board full of abilities, charting your own abilities for how your character operates in combat. But you also have a list of the buildings with all the things the various buildings need to do. We need to build a Polisher and a Botanica, and that's going to require these goods. So we effectively need more boards, more stone, and more green nets, because those over there are going to help us build those buildings. So we have time to do that. And with that, we can go ahead and start the game. Players' actions in this game are completely however you want. She can take an action, I can take an action, back and forth however we want. So if you want to go ahead and start us off, we can go ahead.
Shouldn't you fix the thing already?
Sure, I can go ahead and start off. I should also note, we do have a little marker over here. This marker says effectively that at the end of 3 rounds, we're going to move to Chapter 2. Very often in the game, you're going to have things that will automatically accelerate the game forward no matter what. Sometimes, if you don't do something, you'll fail the game. Other times, you're just running out of time to build yourself up. So in this case, Chapter 1 is Repair Durant, so we have access to it. But if we're not careful, we're going to start moving on Chapter 2, even if we haven't yet done the objectives in Chapter 1. So, I'll go ahead and go. So right now, we're going to go ahead and move. We'll move the time tracker over here. That's the first thing you're going to do every round. We'll draw an event card. Can you do it that?
The mounts are exhausted and need a rest. This time, they have to avoid the fight. All battles in this game round start for every siren at the last positions on the combat round track, from the highest initiative to the lowest.
So effectively, when you have combat in the game, you're going to determine initiative, and that will determine, well, what order players attack in, which means this round, our mounts are exhausted in combat. The good news is there are no enemies in combat this round, so that's a good time to draw that bad card.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to go ahead. I will start by moving. I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, and then flip this. I'm going to spend 2 of my 6 movement. I have 5 movement by default, plus I start with a Stingray saddle. That will give me 1 additional movement, and you have the ability to upgrade your saddles as well, or your various gear, which will give me another movement. But first I'm going to focus on our current game objectives. So I moved over here. I'm going to gather that resource. So I explored this resource, and I gather it, so I just need to find that in this chart.
Do you want me to do that while you keep going?
Sure, that makes sense, but I got it in this time around.
Okay.
So we got that resource over here. That's 1, 2. You can move diagonally over here. When you're moving up a level, and you may not be able to tell from your level, but there are 2 levels. There's level 1 over here, or technically it's level 1, level 2, and level 3 over here.
Ooh, can I tell from here?
They might be able to. Yeah, you probably could.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Boop, boop,
1,
boop.
1, 2, and 3. When you move up a level, you are going to pay a penalty cost. So, for example, right now I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go up a level. So
can I make a further observation?
You may make a further observation.
The coloring is specific to the level height.
That is true.
It seems the closer you get to the surface, the lighter the water is.
That makes sense. The sunlight. Except when it's night, in which case it doesn't make sense. But
this is a science game.
Science. For science! And I'm going to go ahead and move 1 more, I guess. It's not a lot. You know what? Honestly, if I was over here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Booyah. Okay, I'm going to get that resource too. Can I have one of those?
No.
Or can you pass me the board because it's your turn? Well, don't block it.
Sure. Well, no, I was saying so I could see what the picture was.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. And that's my turn, I believe. I got... Which one is it? It's not that one. There's another one. I got it. I found it. Okay, now the problem is that's not the resource I actually need, but it is helpful to have these. I now have 5 resources, and I can carry 6 items, so we're
and
still
you already
fine.
have what you need, correct?
I do have what I need to repair Durant, but there's other things we're trying to do.
This should have started at 10.
Oh, I need to be careful. Oh, I'm silly. I'm silly.
Why?
I might want to undo that. because I forgot that the wind is going to hit us at the beginning of round 2 unless the wind changes.
Was that the rest of your movement?
Well, I'm
Or do
gonna
you have...
I'm gonna just change where I go because I'm gonna take into account that the wind's going to push us 2 in this direction. So I'm gonna go straight this way. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that way I can be pushed onto it and gather it naturally, as opposed to anything else.
I think this was from earlier.
It was from earlier. If it's not on my net, we don't have it. It's all good.
I just had a question. Oh, this should start up here?
Yes.
Okay. Because we would gain it if we don't do anything.
Correct. Correct.
We
If
don't
you
need
don't
to.
gather any resources, you're going to gain back. There's 2 different things. I believe it's spirit and life stream, I believe. And then there's your life points itself, your health itself.
Alright, so do I need to come help you, or like, you got this?
I think I got it. Honestly, I would focus
I
on
don't
getting the
wanna.
resources you need to. We need more wood. So wood is something you're going to gather from this spot over here, as well as this spot over here. That's the 2 known wood that we have. You'll need to convert it to
How
wood.
are you finding wood under the ocean?
Have you never seen trees
A
in the
sea
ocean?
tree?
Sea tree.
I want to AI image that now, just to see what a sea tree
Sea
would
tree.
look like.
Absolutely.
Oh, picture a weeping willow with seaweed, but because you're in water, like how hair goes, it's not like a weeping willow, it's a party willow.
Do you know the saddest
It's a party
thing
willow.
about weeping willows under the ocean?
They don't cry.
When they're crying, you don't even know.
No, I don't think they do.
You
They become a wacky, inflatable arm man.
Exactly. But in any case, you can gather, in this big game, you're going to have a lot of production chains. So you're going to be gathering basic raw resources, and you'll need certain buildings to convert those resources. In the case of the wood right now, these woods are built next to these specific buildings that are these are carpentry buildings, and they let you convert wood into boards. That's also relevant because in rounds 4 and in rounds 9, you're going to have automatic production in the game, which means when you have a building next to the type of resource it converts, in rounds 4 and 9, it will automatically gather and convert that resource. So it has a little bit of in-game production. But for right now, if we want wood, and we do want wood, in fact, we want wood and stone and green nets. The wood we can gather over here. Stone, I don't know if we have stone. We have a stone visible on the board up here. And then nets, we're going to need green grass. Ooh, did I get green grass? No, I did not. Green grass is going to be, it might be hidden.
Around.
Oh, there's a green grass over here.
Okay.
So if we need green grass to build the nets. So basically here, here, and here is what we need. And take into account that the wind is shoving you lightly that way.
And when do we have to pay these tokens to be able to use these abilities?
The cards you have?
Yeah.
The cards you can just cash in at any point.
Oh,
Because you already start with them. Those are cards you can buy. We started with some gear, but you could buy those cards, but you started with those 3.
Were we actually supposed to start with one of these?
You
Two
were
of
supposed to
these?
start with one of those. Good catch, Meg.
Two
You
of
can
them?
just one of them. So
One of them.
whenever you're ready, you can start. You can do it now. You can do it later. Don't
would
rush
any
it.
of them help me? No.
No, those are combat abilities.
Yeah.
But I do believe we're supposed to start with one of those.
Well, I'm gonna take the one that says strike in it because.
Oh, you should have 2 black cylinders on the first 2, so gather another one. You start with
Okay.
both 2 passive abilities, which honestly I haven't even read mine properly yet. I've been so focused on getting this going. But you are going to go ahead and get 3 white cylinders and the 3 basic abilities. So you have a whole ability chart down here. You have passive abilities that are always in play. You have basic abilities you start with, and then you have a whole ability tree you can work your way up. But we can go ahead and start with a level 1 ability.
Can you tell me what a large fin is?
Where is it? No, you have to start with the left 2.
Oh, you have
You
to
have
go
to
right.
have to,
Gotcha. Well then, whatever.
Never mind.
All right. I mean, I'm curious eventually, but
Are you thinking of Nemo and his extra fin? Is it this weaker fin?
I thought I might be able to go faster.
That would be great. It's going to be down here.
I can tow 2 sirens.
Oh, fun. You
Okay.
can pull people with you. Which would be great if we were together, but we're not. We're different spots on the board.
All
Anyways.
right. So, I can tow you normally.
I don't know if you can tow me by default. It might be a special. Oh, this is fun. I'm a loner. Which, I mean, I knew that, but in the game, too.
All right. I'll go 1, 2, and collect this.
Okay.
Which is that.
I'll get that for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, and take the wood as well.
Okay. And the wood for you. Now, again, you do get it in its raw form. Make sure you track that. Now, if you walk into the production building, you can then go ahead and convert it right away.
And that costs how much?
I don't believe it costs anything. It does not cost an action.
I thought it
At least
does.
my player board over here. Activation. Production of equipment does not require... Oh, sorry. Production requires... No, you're right. Production of equipment. No, that's not equipment. Equipment is that. Does not require pickup, drop resources, trade, use life stream, defensive receive, standing inside. I don't believe it costs movement, but it's not in here. I'll double check the rules. It's not in the player aid, but I'll double check here. But I'm pretty sure production swaps do not cost.
I guess it does matter because I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it doesn't, but I'd have to double check where. For right now, we're going to go ahead and say...
It does say max 2, but that's all.
Where's it max 2? Max 2 is going to be for the automatic production, meaning when the game collects it automatically, they can hold up to 2 resources of each type. We're going to say for right now, I'll double check it later, but I'm going to say for right now that it does not cost.
Okay. So then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Should I only get this one though? Something else will refine the other one?
The other one may or may not be a raw material. Some things are just raw materials. That one is... requires...
It's the same both sides, so...
Yeah, that's going to be an algae. It's going to be useful for the net maker, and it might be useful for other buildings as well. But it also could be useful at the marketplace. Do we have a marketplace in play? We should have a marketplace down here. See this marketplace here? This marketplace allows you to trade any 2 processed ingredients for any 1 processed ingredient, or any 4 unprocessed ingredients, raw ingredients, for a processed ingredient. So if you got 4 algae, you can go ahead and trade it in. Otherwise, algae, that's the word. Otherwise, it may not be that useful.
1, 2.
Okay. Okie dokes, that's going to be your turn, and with that, we're going to go ahead to the NPC phase, which there are no NPCs, there are no enemies on the board, so we're just going to go ahead and move time over here. Now, over here, the first thing first is you add a story event. In this case, we have the new Wakatai, who's going to join the board. That's going to be this giant whale, and he joins in the direction of the stream. So if the stream's currently going this way, we can choose any spot on this board to put him, which I think we should just put him like mid... Oh, you're right. We should probably use the much cooler miniature. That's a good point. The much cooler miniature is much cooler. We're going to go ahead and put this down on the board over here. Let's just put it down between us so it can lightly go just this way and see how it goes. This is going to move every round 4 to be able to slowly move to the other side of the board. And we have the opportunity to basically try to like knock scales off the back of his back. And use that to gather legendary artifacts, which you can see up there in that top corner. You can trade them in for certain legendary artifacts depending on what we gather. So he's not really a threat. He is, in fact, very peaceful as we attack him to get his very precious raw scales. But he's so big he doesn't notice. It's like picking hair off the beast.
Do you know the story of the rainbow fish?
Oh, I do.
Just 1 more scale.
Oh, he's the rainbow fish.
Yeah.
This is a sad game. Anyways, with that, now that we've established this is a sad game, we're going to go ahead and draw an event card. So, event card. We have special. The whirlpools are inactive again. Turn the tiles to the inactive side. Important, I don't believe, actually, fun fact, we are not going to be using that. The whirlpool is a mini expansion that we're specifically not using right now, so I did not remove those. The direction of the main stream has changed spontaneously. Set the compass to the cardinal point north. Ooh, north-south. It says, I'm going to go with the, this card says over here, it says north, and then it says S. And I don't believe it's meant to be north-south. I think it just shows both directions at the same time. We're going to just say the S direction, because it shows that. So we're going to move this down here, which the interesting thing, the very interesting thing, is I believe, this is a technicality here. This is where we're going to go with the player's rule. Strictly speaking, I believe the new Wakatai is now moving this way.
He moves the way the thing goes?
Yes, he's trying to get off the board. He's
it
moving
may
with the
still
stream.
change.
Yeah, it could. I believe. I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure he moves towards the stream. So he entered the board because the ocean was carrying him one way. The current changed, and he's just following the current. He's going with the flow.
It's probably
literally
his flow.
Yeah, it's probably his flow. Oh, that's so dark. I love it. Not dark, deep.
Yeah.
It's so deep.
It's not dark.
Deep, ocean deep. Anyways, that's going to be that over there. So now we do the game round board. We've done that. We are going to go ahead and move ourselves with the direction of the stream. So interestingly enough, this did not work in my favor because I thought I was going to be moving this way, and now I'm going to be moving 2 this way. So I'm going to go 1, 2 down over here. Yeah. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and take our turns. So now we can go ahead and take our turns.
So he doesn't move until the next turn?
He's not going to move until after ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, he may move off the board. Yeah.
I mean, could he yeet the other way? Be like, hi, bag! If it changes that way.
In theory, it's his flow. He's going with his flow.
Catch my flow.
Okay. With that, you can go at any point if you want, or I can go, either one. We can also alternate if we want. If we were tracking our movement, we can alternate.
Why don't you go? Because we're trying to do the thing.
Sure. Sounds fair enough. So I'll go ahead. I mean, we need your resources. You're going to need to gather some stuff for us.
I just want a little more guidance.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and move 1, 2 up here, which is annoying, honestly.
I love how you're like, your resources. I have the resources.
Do I even need that for anything? Before I spend too much time trying to gather those.
Don't do it. It's right there. You can always get it later.
Yeah, I don't know if I need it for anything strong. At least not with the current objectives that we have.
Current
objective. This game's going to be full of this all day long. Okay. We have to rebuild Duran. We have to build a Botanica. Trade at the marketplace. We could. No tradable. Collect many free resources. Add-ons. Okay. Yeah. This is all good. This is all good. Okay. Fine. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to just move forward and repair Duran. So I moved 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. And I still have 5, 6. But we are first going to go ahead and trade in 1 wood and 1 stone, I believe it is. Yep, 1 wood and 1 stone. To remove the X marker, we have officially repaired Durant, which means we can now use the 3 locations. This is going to be the marketplace, which we already discussed over here. So we can go ahead and trade resources at the marketplace. We also have our warehouse, where we can store goods over here. And then we have the caravan, which is going to be an NPC. So now we can use the caravan to start gathering resources for us, which is going to be very helpful. That's going to be helpful as far as trying to do all the other things we're trying to do. Alright, and I still have 2 movement left, and I'm trying to get other stuff here. So what should I try to gather? We need more stone, which is all the way up there. Is there any other stone? There might be like hidden stone. There might be stone down here.
There's 2, 3 up that way.
Where?
Do you want to go that way? Just hidden things.
Oh, 3 hidden things? Okay, maybe I should go that way. That's not the worst. I could deal with that, I guess. I'm gonna be pushed.
And then we could send him this.
So I'll go 1, 2 up there. Okay. We'll just move that guy. And that's my turn. Now it's to you.
And we can move him?
After both our turns.
Okay. I will go 1, 2, 3.
Okay, what's behind there?
The same
stupid,
thing.
useless coral. It's not stupid and useless, it's just that's not the current thing we need right now. And I want to find the current thing we need right now. Okay.
Well, I'm going to show the kids at home a new mechanic that we haven't talked about yet, I don't think.
Are you going to ride the slipstream? Is it called the slipstream?
Wait a...
It's the streaming tube.
Wait, say what I was just gonna say.
Did I steal your thunder?
Okay, so I moved 2, right?
You did move 2, yes.
So I will go 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And then, if at any point you enter the streaming tube, you can simply choose any one side to exit out of. So it's you just need to move into it like you normally would move into a spot, and then you immediately exit from one side.
And then I can go 6, 7.
That works. What is it? What is it?
Blue.
Ooh, so that would be where you can immediately recover, I believe, your, let me make sure I'm doing this right. I think that is where you can immediately recover your, what's it called? This life force over here. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm right with that, but I believe so. Yeah, it's not a resource, it's going to be that. Okay, perfect. And there's a few of those. There's basically a few different resources you're working with in terms of your life points, your spirit, your slipstream. There's another term, spirit points. I have to find the points for it or the term for it. But you can go ahead and recover those. So that's useful there. And you just have to enter it and immediately recover. That was all 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to control for the NPC? We could have him move here if we want. Or,
yeah, sure.
So 6. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to go ahead and get the other one of those. Okay. But at least we know. At least we know. We could have had him gather that along the way. Why not? Why not?
So it doesn't cost 1 to go down?
It...
If we have him go...
It does cost 1 to go down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm wondering if there's a way for us to put him above so that he drops.
I don't believe he gets affected by the slipstream. I believe
so
it's only
we're
ourselves.
supposed to know what that thing is?
Yeah.
We should probably shuffle it in with all the others.
Yeah.
Just so it's random.
I agree. Anyways, that was the MC phase. The Noah Kai is going to go ahead and move.
You
Their
had him
movement.
pick this up though?
Yes. Well, yes. Where did I put it? I actually forgot about it because this actually has his own
Can
chart.
he hold that?
Yes, he has this over here. That's his little thingy. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and have the whale move. Noah Kai. He's going to move 4, and he's going to move 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Can he move 4 up there?
I believe
Does
he can.
Not care.
I don't think he cares. He shouldn't care.
He just does what he wants.
This is going to be the player's rule. Some of these little edge cases, we're not going to check everything up. We're just going to move forward and enjoy the show.
Him in shallow water.
What?
I'm worried about him in shallow waters.
That's fair.
Poor baby.
That's
He's
fair.
going to hit his belly on the ground.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He honestly should be stuck on the board, really, when you think about it.
Poor buddy.
Anyways, from there we go to the opponent phase. There is no opponent phase. There's no boss phase. And then we're going to go ahead and restart the next round, where we go to the story event, which is where we're going to go to place the event marker, and then I think we're just going to go ahead and resolve the story event. So we're going to move this forward 1 over here. And the following is going to happen. First things first is we resolve the next chapter. So we are now on to the next chapter because we have rebuilt Durant, which we started with the resources we needed, and we're going to go ahead and read chapter 2. Although we can still build 2 other spots on the board. Chapter 2. First attacks. Scouts report from the darkness that small forces of Sheraak and Rukata attacking the trading town Durant. They want to stop your attempts to connect with Durant and search for Sasari. Draw enemies from the appearance deck and place them as follows with a d6 on the following fields. Roll again if the number is the same. So we're going to go ahead and draw an enemy. That's going to be this guy over here. Carpula over here is going to go ahead and get drawn. No, Carpula should be put back in the deck. There's specific enemies who are not going to be picked because they're difficult enemies. Carpula, we got another one of those. We're going to go ahead and have Lork. Lork is allowed. Perfect. Lork is going to be put on if you want to roll the d6. 2 is going to be C14. So C14 is over here. So we need to find Lork, which I believe this is Lork over here. And we're going to put him without a standee so you can see him a little more clearly. So Lork is on C14. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to be ignoring the +1 because we're playing on normal mode. That would be used in hardcore mode. It would cause you to possibly draw more people. We're going to draw Orgado over here. And Orgado is going to go on. I need to find Orgado's standee. So give me a second here. I think this is a standee right here. Orgado is going. Can you roll the d6?
Mm-hmm.
And we got 1, which is going to be D2. So D2, he's going to start over here. Now, both of these are going to be heading towards Durant to try to attack it, and we can try to take them out. They are weaker enemies. The game starts us off nice and easy, even though it's not tutorial mode. It's still not completely overwhelming. Our goal, protect Durant and stop the opponents. If they reach Durant, it is destroyed after 1 game round. Basically, Durant has a shield on it. It can last 1 round without us there, but if they're there for another round, after we're not there, it falls, and the game's over. Alright, place the event marker on game round 7. So the event marker moves now to 7 over here. So that's going to be the next point where we switch to the next chapter 3. And then we go ahead and draw the next event card.
Now, Alex,
Yes.
I was looking and I wonder on this. It says activation requires 1 movement. I wonder if activation is activating the building.
Possibly. I will look it up.
I would think that perhaps.
It's very possible.
Events. This is another mounts one. The mounts are exhausted and need time to rest.
So we'd go last initiative?
But only the mounts. We don't have mounts.
No, that's just our characters.
Oh.
So all bouncing start for every start into the last positions. Yeah. Yeah. From the highest to the lowest, we'd be last. Okay. And we got our characters over here. And we're going to go ahead and put these over here. Okay. We got our enemy cards over here, which we're going to go ahead and lay out. For the 2 enemies we might have to face over here.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I might pay into this. Interesting. I might pay my spirit points. I forgot one thing to tell you this over here. This track over here is track 2 different things. This tracks the boss armor, and we can pay our spirit in to lower this, but we can also pay our spirit in to increase our gathering ability. So if we pay points into spirit, you can go ahead and take an extra resource when you take certain resources. So you can go ahead and basically pay your spirit in to be able to gather more back.
Well, why didn't we do that sooner?
Well, we haven't found the right resources that we needed yet.
I could have gotten a lot of wood.
I could have taught you that sooner.
I think we need wood.
We could have taught you that sooner. Do you want to pay the 2 spirit and go ahead and do that?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead
So
and
what do I do?
So you're going to lower this by 2, and you would have this would have gone up, and then you pay it into it and take it back. So then done.
So I get another wood?
Yep. Yes. Oh yeah, me. That's the point.
I think I see one.
Yep. Here you go.
And I would have been able to flip it?
You would have been able to flip it when you went there. Yes.
Okay. And then final question.
Yep.
I just had a question relating to everything. So that should go up, or is it only for the next gathering?
Well, it's going to come down. Once you cash in, it goes down.
I see. And then there was something.
I don't know.
Oh. The turn I did this, I only moved and gathered. So then this would go back up?
Gathering would not let you go.
Doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah, you have to only move or trade.
Okay.
All right, now at the end of the round, I believe, not beginning. Beginning round, current did not change, so I think we're both going to go down. It looks like 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You know what, Alex?
Yes.
I don't think I did gather because that's not a thing.
You're right. You didn't gather, so you can go ahead and recover 2. In a 2-player game, you recover 2 if you don't trade, or if you don't do anything else. And a 3 or 4-player game, you recover 1.
Because I think I was here. I don't think I went through this.
Yeah.
I think I gained 2, but it was from 1 and going up.
I don't know. Also, you could just choose
Either
to not
way,
take it.
yeah, I'll give it back.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. I'll give it back. I would have gone around it.
Because it's more important to get those extra back.
For sure.
I agree with that. Okay, and with that, we're going to take these cards, put them off to the side over here. We have our characters out already. And do you want to go first? I should go first, or whoever you want.
Could I have... You can do this every turn?
You can do what every turn?
Pay into this to do that?
Yes.
I'll pay 2 more just to leave it good for you.
Okay, cool. Just in case you don't whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2 for the first one. It's 3 if you want more, and 3 if you want more. But that means you can gather up to 4 resources in a single shot, but you have to pay more each time. The first
we
two
got
is
moved
cheapest.
3 from the stream this time?
Yes. And the next time but the next 2 rounds we will not be moved by the stream.
But the people don't move?
I don't believe so. I believe the stream only affects us. Okay. That is that. Are we ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what are we trying to do right now? We are still trying to gather stone, which is annoying because the stone's got it. I believe there is a hidden stone, so that means one of these 2 is going to be hidden stone, and there's that there. But also, we should probably take out the baddies anyway, so I think that's currently my objective right now.
Yeah.
So I think my current objective is just to take out baddies. And we'll see how that works for us, because I don't have any other stuff that will help us. So I think I want to take them out. I want to get ahead of the game. That guy's going to move 4, that guy's going to move 6, so I think I'm going to aggressively move towards him. If he moves towards 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I just stay 1 step ahead, I can engage with him on my next turn. So I think I'll just do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm also going to pay 2 points into this, because that way I'll recover. At the end of my turn, I'm simply going to move 3, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I'm just going to wait for him to come to me now. That's all I'm going to do. Although, interesting. No, I'm going to go after him. If you are ever in a building, when they attack you, you will get +2 on your defense. So it does help you in that sense. But I think I want to take him out first, so we're going to try to do that. Okay, that was my turn. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to recover my 2 over here, and that's your turn.
Okay. So this thing turns into steel?
I believe so.
I mean, do I need it? Sorry, I cash these in to get the things, or I have to pay them?
No, you already have those. Those are the costs to build them, but you started the game with them.
Oh, but I don't get anything from it.
No, you just use the ability.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, fun fact.
What happens if I...
Did you take your emergency bottle?
No.
If you had 2 of these, you can get an emergency bottle at the marketplace.
Well, I don't.
What?
I only have 1.
Yeah.
What do I do with the friend? I don't want to.
The friend? I don't know what the friend means.
The guy.
This guy?
Yeah.
You'd move towards him and you'd chip at his scales. You might not.
From adjacent?
The problem is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's still going to be on the game one more round.
Do I attack to him from adjacent? Or...
From adjacent, yes.
Because I think I can get to here.
Then you can hit him. And again, you're not really hitting him. Think of it as removing. You're removing crusty scales from his back.
Yeah, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can get exactly there.
Then do it.
I don't know.
We got cool legendary gear.
Should I not worry about the people though?
No, we got time.
Okay. So I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So it would be. You may not be able to then.
What?
Because this is going to be 4 to go up here.
I thought it was 2. This is 1 and that one's 2.
This is an extra 1, and this is an extra. Well, jumping straight up is 4. So I believe it would be 1, 5, 6, 7.
Huh. I didn't realize it was...
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's 2 to move up a full level instead of 1. So, but the problem is when you're going up, so normally it's +1, but going up a full other level is +3 effectively.
Weird. Okay. I guess I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just wait there for him. I guess I probably could have walked through that. So.
Could you have gotten close to them? Could you get to to attack
that's
them?
as close as I can get.
I think anyway it costs 1 movement to engage in combat, so I think...
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I can get that thing.
Okay. Fine, so he's going to actually go ahead and attack you.
I'm going to get whatever that item is, though.
Although you're right, maybe I should wait. I should have him attack me. I don't see a reason why not. Because the initiative is determined anyway. I was thinking I get to fight first. No, you're right. I think I'm going to move a little closer. I was over here. I'm going to go 1. Oh, I got pushed down. I was over here. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That way he actually can attack me this turn. Okay.
Can I have that though?
Oh yes, absolutely. Let's give you a little bit of that one. That is going to be over here. Oh, that is useful. We do need that, don't we?
Is this definitely the blue one, or should it be the green one?
That's the right one. Yeah, it's darker on this one.
Because this is blue.
Yes, that would be the net, which you can convert it into the net. You need to be. Oh, if you did it over here, you could go ahead and do it. Yeah. Okay. And with that, I believe we have now gone. The NPC can now gone. Do you want to go ahead to this magical resource that we totally don't know what it is?
Sure.
Alright. 1. Oh my gosh, it recovered all his life stream points. From there, I think we can go ahead and go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll gather one of those, the ones that we didn't necessarily need, but now it's holding on to that. And I believe it can hold on to 6 things if I'm not mistaken. And that is the NPC, which means now it's time for the enemies to go. The enemies are going to go ahead and activate. They're going to move their speed.
Sorry, I had bumped that up. Do you choose one to the resource thing?
Oh, how much do you bump it up by?
No, I'm saying, do you choose when to do it? Or
yes, you can choose when to do it.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and have the following. The enemies are going to move. This guy's going to move towards you and engage in combat with you. So we're going to go ahead and grab our lurk guy over here. We'll put his little thing. Now this text is a little small. He is a level 1. The scenario defined him as level 1. He has movement of 4. He rolls 2 dice. His initiative, I believe our initiative is going last this round no matter what.
Yeah.
So we are unfortunately going last. It is what it is, which means he's going to attack first. So I'll go ahead and roll for him. Where are my black dice at? Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and they have an attack stat of 2. We're going to be rolling 2 black dice, adding those values to it, and possibly activating an attack ability if the numbers match up. So for example, we go ahead and roll a 1, 2. That's going to activate this. Ow, that's plus 4 attack. So he has 4 attack, plus 2, plus 3 is going to be 4 plus 2 plus 3 is...
11?
No, 4 plus 2 is 6, 9. 9. But you have to go ahead and activate your defense. 4 plus 2 plus 3.
I see.
Yeah. You're going to go activate defense, so you're going to go ahead and roll your dice. You're going to go ahead and add those dice to your defense value, which starts off as 2, and then plus 3 is 5. Oh, you also always roll a dodge. 5, you do not dodge, so you take 4 damage.
Okay.
And now you get to attack back.
Alright, so I just roll these.
And don't forget, you have abilities. You can also use any of your abilities. In fact, if you want to use these abilities now, like, I don't know what Blockade does, but you can go and check that out.
Okay.
I should probably start looking at my abilities, because I'm about to be in combat myself. I actually never chose my level 1 ability. I should do that.
Swap 1 attack dice of the opponent with own defense. Oh, so wait, hold on. It says swap attack dice of the opponent with own defense, and I rolled a 0 and a 3. So I can trade this for this.
Oh.
That's what swap does.
Yeah.
It looks like.
So you'll take no damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so put yours back up to 10. Now, each combat ability can be used once per combat, and then you can refresh it. You move it to the right to indicate that you've moved them. This whole board tracks all of that for you. Okay, and
plus,
now
I also wonder if I swapped it, if that would change the... If they wouldn't get the bonus.
It's still next to 0, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But either way, if you want to go ahead and attack back now. So now you attack, and I'll roll defensively.
Okay.
So I rolled a 1-1, which means I increased the defense by 3. So my defense is 4, 5, 6, 9.
Okay. I rolled 5, and my thing is 6, so 11.
11. So you do 2 damage to him. His current health is 10, so we're going to go ahead and grab a marker.
I can only use a thing per combat, or per...
Each one fully per combat.
Okay.
So I don't know, you're all on strike or blockade.
Like I'm saying, can I sweeping blow now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
1 attack dice times 2.
Yeah, so
that
I might as
pretty
well.
cool.
So I'll just do 3 more damage.
That's pretty cool. Drop him down to 5. Drop down to, from 8 to 5.
Okay.
Okay, now he's going to attack back, so he's going to go ahead again and roll, if you want to roll defensively.
I'll just blockade him.
Okay. Attack ability of the opponent is blocked for you. I mean, he didn't... Oh, yeah, hit away all 1s and 2s.
Oh, it's the ability.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, right now his ability is see what you roll first, because he would knock your 1s and 2s away.
I was going to say, when do I?
I would say you see it first. He would basically negate that entirely, so it's a good time to do it. So his attack is going to be 2 plus 5 for a total of 7, and your current defense is, I believe, 2. Did you roll this?
No.
Oh, he should be rolling that 2, I forgot. Okay, and that's going to be 1, 2, 5. You have 5. 5 to his 7, so you take 2 damage. Okay, and then you can attack back.
Okay.
And then he rolls a defense die over here. He got double 2s. Okay. Let's see. Sirens can dodge it. Okay. So 1, 2. You rolled 1, 2. 9. He has 4 plus 4 is 8. So he currently has 8.
So I do 1 damage.
You would do 1 damage to him.
Okay.
Okay. But he also, his ability is he counters with a D4. So if you want to pass me the D4 over here, but you can potentially dodge it. So he does that. So he's doing 3 damage, but you can potentially dodge it.
Dodge or defense?
Just dodge.
Yeah.
No. So you take 3 damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. And then I believe he's attacking you.
Was that not him? Oh, I see.
That was him countering. His ability was a counter attack. Okay. So you're gonna be rolling plus your defense. You got a 3 and a 2. He's down to 4 over there. Ew.
I got my thing.
Yes, but he does knock away your 1s and 2s.
Oh.
Okay. So it's going to be.
So my defense is 5.
Yes. Defense is 5, and he's doing 2, 3, 7.
So 2.
Yeah. Now, do you have any of your abilities attack abilities?
No.
Okay. So now you get to attack him.
Do I roll? No, I don't roll the green when I attack.
Yeah. He rolled a 1 and a 2.
11 total.
11. So he has 7, and you rolled 11. So you're gonna deal 4 damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe he's dead.
Okay. Lovely.
Okay. You will also generate 2 of spirit over here if we can link him. And that is a combat. In general, level 1 enemies, they say, are usually tackleable by yourself, but it might be a battle back and forth. But often you want to gang up, especially if you're fighting against level 2 level 2 enemies. But then again, I think your person also is a little bit more fast and maneuverable. My person's a little beefier, which is not the way we usually pick characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. That is going to be that, which means the next thing to do is the next enemy goes ahead and moves. So that guy is going to move towards me, and I believe attack me.
How much does he move?
6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then, yep, he's going to engage in combat with me.
Oh, well, he would go there, right?
Exactly. And then he's going to attack. So same idea. If you want to go ahead and roll for him, he's going to start the attack. All right.
Let's see. Oh, 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
Which I do think is special.
1 and 1 is an attack. It's +2 attack over here. So you're going to be doing 2, 3, 4,
Sorry, I bumped
7.
this. Was it here or here?
I believe it was here. I'm not sure. I can double check that later. So
Sorry.
7. You have 7 right now. No, you have 9. You have 9 against my defense of 3 plus 3 is 6. So I take 3 damage. So I'm going to drop down to 7 over there. And then I'm going to attack back. Okay. We're going to attack back. And I'm probably going to use Mighty Slash 1 this time. Oh, nice. I got 5. Okay, so I have a 5 right now. 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. 10 right now against a defense of 6. But you also have the ability dodge 4 damage and cause 2 counter damage. So you currently have, I currently have 10 against 6 right now. But I could do Mighty Slash 1, which adds 3. So basically that's going to be enough to kill you. I'm going to drop you down to 0, but you are going to do 2 counter damage to me. So there we go.
What do you think that if they're dead, they don't do counter damage?
It's possible.
We're allowed to do what we want.
It's possible. I'm comfortable. Honestly, I'm going to return to the fortress anyway, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
But it is possible that count damage wouldn't apply when they're dead. That's going to be our 2 people. That's going to be our 2 people dead. They're definitely not. They're not weak. They're not weak. I'll say that.
No.
That's going to be that. Okay.
It definitely shows why your abilities are important.
Yeah, getting your abilities. Oh, speaking of which, I should reset my abilities.
And choosing when to use them.
Yeah, and like I have second try, which is I can re-roll during the initiative phase, which gives me a higher chance of going first. It just doesn't matter against that combat card. Honestly, in hindsight.
I had a card that I could have done damage during the initiative phase, but I didn't, so that's why I just didn't.
Well, technically, there's still an initiative phase. It's just we go last automatically.
No. I'm saying I didn't do the card once we had started battle.
Gotcha.
But I was like, I think I was supposed to do it in the beginning during initiative.
Gotcha. Well, I still have some fun abilities. I have grappling hook, preventive strike. I have some fun things. I shouldn't have to use them, but that was
so that was a full round?
That was them. Yeah, that was them attacking. We're on down to round 4. So, wait a minute. Let me do this right. We do the opponents. Yep, we move up next round. We advance this marker over here, and we're going to go ahead and produce. Which means right now, I need to go ahead and grab a bunch of resources and produce resources on every spot on the map that requires them.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go ahead and put a net. Basically, anything that's any production building that's next to its thing automatically produces the finalized resource. So basically, the productive resource is going to go there. And it's going to happen in rounds 4 and 9. Okay, and are there any others? I think there was one over here.
Well,
here
you
we
said
go.
the net, but...
The net's over here.
You don't mean net, you mean any building?
No, this building here. That building
But this
converts...
isn't a net.
No, in that building would have been the net. Whichever, any production building that's next to a resource will
see.
build and produce that resource. I just need to find this one over here, and then we are good to go. Where is that one? No, really, where is that one? It's got to exist here.
Do you want me to look and you can do the next thing?
I am bothered by it.
I know, but I want to find
Okay.
it now.
Okay. Anyways, that's going to be the production round, which means we are now going to the event round. So you try to find that possibly non-existent thing, but must actually exist. Let me see. It's a geyser. It's a geyser. Do I have the wrong...
Well, you know how, like, these aren't things?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that one's also not a resource.
Oh, no. I think I remember this.
Yeah, I believe
That
it's not
one-
a resource.
That one's not a resource. If I recall correctly, the geyser over here melts metals. It processes metals, but it has to be built. We happen to have it pre-built. It has to be built next to that thing over there because that's effectively what do you call those, like, hot water vents in the ocean?
Sure.
Those things.
That's what
Those
I would call
things.
it, a hot water vent.
There's a term. You
It's
know what I'm
connected
talking
to the
about.
hot water heater.
Yeah. Geyser. I think it's called a geyser. I think. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we draw an event.
These guys are crazy.
The algae plantations are now working more hours than usual to provide additional support for the sirens during construction. Times two algae.
Algae.
I know.
Algae. Someday he'll get it right.
On pickup in the current game round. So you get extra, it's 2 times. Technically, I think if you cash in that bonus, you can get a whole bunch. But, I mean, a nice part of algae is it can be used for your emergency bottle over here, which costs 2 algae, but it gives you 5 health points back, which can be used at any point, especially during combat when you're about to die. Okay. That's that, which means right about now we go to, that was the event phase. We do the game round board, the sirens. We take our actions.
I want to clarify, just because we've had like the camera the whole time. This was here as an example that you were teaching me, so I should not have had this dice, you guys. There are dice that you can slot here that do special things, and I never should have had this.
That is fair. There's extra attack dice and defense dice.
Yeah.
Extra
I
abilities.
realized it there. I was like, oh.
There are a lot of tools.
But this costs 4 that we could be paying into it.
Yes, you could. Probably should, honestly, with the way we've been getting resources back anyway. Okay. I'm trying to see if I have enough stuff for my abilities and fun things here. Because I would love to get some abilities unlocked.
Got a lot of abilities. Alright, so what is our actual next
thing, our next thing. Oh, actually, our next thing, we may have accomplished the next thingy. Task stops attacking troop. We're done. Tip 1, build another Polisher and Botanica to get more resources. Okay. Place the event marker in game round. If the game marker hits this event marker, now draw the next event card. I believe we are done. The question is here. Place the event marker. I believe we can go to the next round if we wanted to. Protectorant. Okay. So I think we just have time to regroup right now. We have time all the way up to this round over here to regroup and power up for the next wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So now, before the next round starts, should the stream move us?
So the stream is not going to activate this round. We have 2 rounds of no stream active. Stream will activate in round 6.
So should he move though?
Yes, he should have moved. He would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's technically still on the board for right now, unless of course the wave shifts next round, in which case he'll go a different way. But we already saw the event this round and it didn't shift, so he's going to be walking off shortly. Okay, and with that, we can go ahead and start building up and powering up for ourselves.
Okay.
Okay.
Gosh, I
cool.
want the legendary thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen right now.
But then he's going to come back?
I believe he will come back when we move to the next cycle. So when this comes all the way down here, we'll reset it again, and it comes back each round. I believe, but it depends what the chapters tell us to do.
That takes so long.
I would not count on seeing it this round. Okay.
That's sad.
It's horrifically sad. Do you want to see an example of one of the cool things you missed out on? Let's type the end game. At the end of the game. At the end of the game. Let's not now, later.
Way to demoralize the game.
No,
Gosh.
fine,
Do you want to peek it so we can never get to use?
That's why I changed it at the end, to not demoralize the game.
Why don't you take your turn?
Alright, cool. I'll go ahead and do that. I am going to try to get some resources. Now, we still want... There's too many things to track right now. I'm trying to get abilities myself, but also build up the board. I want it all. I want it all. If I have stone. We need stone. We need green nets. You have green nets, right? So I get stone, we're good to go. But we can't get stone because the stone is probably next to you, unfortunately. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, if I can move up, I can't get
Do you
far
want me
enough.
to collect some stone?
Honestly, if you got stone, it is helpful, but it doesn't really help me as far as... Because right now, I could get that, that, and that. Can I even get that? Do we have umbrella coral in play? I don't know if we do. We might not.
Not yet. There are things to uncover, though. Do you want me to just uncover the things I'm near?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, if you want to move me, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And then depending on what they are, I
stone.
might... Well, actually, I can't really carry that much more stuff. I can only carry 6 things.
Yes, I got gaze over there and get stone.
Okay, then I'll take 2 stone.
Okay. 2 stone.
Because I'll spend whatever that is.
1, 2, okay.
And then that was only 4. That was, I went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
What else is hidden? Nothing?
And nothing else
at this point? Okay, well I have the stone and I have the wood. What can I do? How can I help?
Honestly, the stone and the wood is great. You can
Where do you want me to go do it?
I get the net.
I can't carry it.
If you drop the other things, you might be able to, but maybe you don't want to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could have gone...
I can probably get the net.
Yeah, I guess for one more movement, I could have got that. If I do it, do I drop it there, or do I just get rid of it?
So when you drop resources, they stay for that round technically, in case I want to pick it up,
Okay.
but then they flow away.
So I'll put that there.
Okay.
And then I still have 2 more movements. So again, what should I go spend this stone and wood on? Where do you want me to build things? What can I do? How can I help?
Well, if you go to these buildings over here, we'll be able to build production buildings
Okay,
next
yeah,
to
that's
these.
true. I want to go... That's like part of our goals?
Technically, it's part of the first goal, but it's not just... It's helpful in general to help us power up.
Are those the things that we want to be producing?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so then let's go 1, 2.
Okay. Okay. Then on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and go... you know what? Do we have any of these over here? Maybe I'll try to get some of that. Maybe I'll just try to get life potions. Do I have the ability to buy more life potions? Let me see. Can you buy an emergency bottle?
What?
Can you buy an emergency bottle in your marketplace?
I could, but I don't have the thing.
So I'll get the things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 points over here to go ahead and power this up to here. And I'll go 1, 2, 3, gathering 2 of those.
But I don't know if it's worth... I don't personally need it.
The problem is only so much I can do up there anyway.
Yeah.
So I may as well head back. And this way just gives us the flexibility.
Because I can heal for full at this place?
That you could heal for full over there, yes.
Yeah.
But it helps you mid-battle if you're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 of those. That's 1, 2, 3. And then I'll go... I could go 4. No, I can't... If I go up there, I'm just going to fall back down. So there's no point. So I think I'm just going to head back to the marketplace. I think... Maybe I should grab the stone. Where was I? I was over here. I don't remember exactly. I think I'm just going up.
I don't remember.
So you know what? I'm just going to go 4, 5, 6 and gather this resource here. Okay. There we go. What do I even need to generate?
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I've been moving only 7 this entire time, and
you
my movement's 8.
The entire game.
So I'll go here and jump to there.
Gotcha. You probably would have been able to hit the no Atharia over here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, because I have a card that lets me attack from 2 away as well.
That's sad. Okay.
I could have attacked from 2 away.
That's very sad. I don't know if it counts as an attack. It's technically a little mini game. Okay. It's gone. Alright, anyways, that's going to be our phase over there, which means now we go to the NPC phase, so we have to move this guy over here. He probably should get more stone and stuff for us, because that'll benefit. So let's go ahead and send him upwards. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4. Let's go over here for right now. And that way I can go over here and then end there. So let's get 1 of those and 1 of the wood. Mm-hmm. So there's 1 raw wood and 1 of the whatever it's called, the coral stuff.
How did he moves 5?
He moves 6.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna put 2 more of these resources on him, and he's slowly helping us gather things. Then we go to the no Wakatai. He's going to wander off. Goodbye for now, our dear friend, who wandered onto the board and then disappeared rapidly because we changed the direction of the stream. Then we go to the opponent. There are no opponents because we murder them all like a boss. And then speaking of which, we go to the boss phase. There is no boss phase, and we go to the next game round. So we go to 5 over here, and then we can continue with what we need to do. Then we're going to go ahead and there's no story phase over here. Nothing happens this particular round. We are going to go to the event card. If you want to draw and read the event.
Alright. The mounts are weakened from the last battles. -4 DOD for all sirens in all battles in the current game round. So
-4 dodge.
Let's just hope that
There's nothing's happening this round.
Randomly pops up.
Well, I don't think anything could be. I think it's all going to be random events.
never know.
Well, it's going to be these over here.
I actually have a secret card that says when you enter a certain hex, something triggers, and you don't even... I have to.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like, it's not.
Alright, we go back to our face.
Guys, that's not in the game. I'm being super fresh. I should clarify because we're teaching a game. That's not in the game.
Well, teaching's a loose term. Let's go ahead and take our actions. We can go ahead and, well, do stuff. So, if we head back here, we can go ahead and build buildings.
So, I can't super see Alex, but it's, is it 1, 2?
Yep.
And then 2?
3, 4.
So, like here?
Yep. 3, 4. Well, you could have gone straight here for 3, 4 because diagonal.
Yep. I couldn't tell where I was.
Okay.
I came out here.
Yep.
So
1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
Yeah, but the only problem is constructing a building does end your turn.
Oh, that's fine.
So.
Oh well then. How much movement points?
You have 4 extra movement in case you wanted to.
And then I can take a cool clam.
Take a barrel. Take a pearl. Where's the pearls? Where are the pearls at? Where are the pearls at? Where are the pearls at? Ooh, that can be cool pearls. Oh, there's different kinds of pearls in this game. Okay,
I'll drop this if you can come get it.
That's fair. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put out a building. Specifically, where's my?
And what does it cost me to build it?
It costs you 1 stone, 1 board, and 1 green net. For the botanic, I believe we're looking for. No.
Oh, I didn't have a green net.
Yes, you did.
I have a blue net.
I think there's only 1 color net.
No, there's blue, green, and red.
It's supposed to be the green net.
That's what I asked in the beginning, is if it was blue or green.
I misunderstood that conversation. You knew more than I did. You have the right one.
Do you want to know why I knew?
Why?
Because I dropped that tray, and I had to sort all of those tokens.
Did you? When?
When it first got here. The way it was, I thought it was miniatures, and it was upside down, and I thought it was miniatures, so I just lifted it up and just dumped everything out.
That is horrific.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm
someone that likes soaring.
It's that bad.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I knew there was 3 different colors. So I should have a green net.
Yep.
So sorry, it costs me a green net, a board, and a rock?
Yep.
And that's it?
Yep.
Alright. I don't know if you want them, but here you go.
I mean, I'll have to go back eventually. Okay. That is going to cover that, and that's your turn. And then it brings to my turn. I do not have enough to do any of that stuff.
That thing I dropped last round.
Yeah, that's
so that goes out of the...
That's gone. It streams away.
I'm just dropping things everywhere. Okay. Like it doesn't matter.
I think I may as well try to gather and polish a wood, because why not have 3 wood, just in case. So I think I'm going to do that for right now. Let's go ahead and get 1 more wood over here. We're going to walk onto here for 1. Walk over here. 2. Spend that action point, because you said it's an action point, to polish both of these.
I think so.
That's going to be 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then... I think I'm just going to continue walking towards. I have like 6 goods. I can hold 6 goods. I'm going to go ahead and go 4, 5, 6.
Okay. And
just end there. Okay. And then I'm going to try to drop them off over here in the storage place so we can just have access to it whenever we want. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lovely.
That's going to be our turns, which means we now go to the NPC phase. NPC, we can have this guy head up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and gather a stone. And we're going to take the stone and put it on his little tray. And then he can start heading back to us if we want.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Or do we
want to leave him there and take 1 more?
Next round?
Yeah.
We could just leave him on there if we're going to do that. I'm not against that. I think
you can leave them on and then they can just...
I believe so. It's just limited to once per round. That's the only rule.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be that. As the NPC, we go to the Norikatai opponent boss story. We are up to the next game round. Although this time we are being pulled in the direction of the current. So we're going to be pulled in the direction of the current over here. So we're going to move 4 in the direction of the current. So you're going to go...
No, sorry. I think we're at the end of round 5 now.
Yeah.
We don't move.
No, you start at the beginning of next round.
I thought 2 rounds in a row we weren't supposed to move.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Okay.
We didn't move 2 rounds in a row. We're now going to round 6. We're going to first read a story. I'm going to read an event card. The event may change the current, so that's the relevant part.
The plants are growing particularly well these days, so the Sirens can harvest more resources. 2 times plants on pickup in the current game round.
Ooh, useful. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and move in the direction of the stream. So we're all going to move southward right now. You're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that's going to be our movement, which means now we take Sirens' turns. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So right now we can go ahead and I think I might cash in. Okay.
I have a wood, a rock, and a gem.
Okay. So you should have enough to. Oh, we need another net, don't we? We need another net. If you want to build the Botanica. The Botanica will help us process more goods, which will help us upgrade our abilities. Okay.
Well, that's way up there.
Yeah.
Should we have Skipper go there?
We could have Skipper go there. That's after this round.
Can he use the thingy?
The slipstream?
I mean, it
don't
doesn't super
know.
matter.
But yeah, it's close enough. I don't think it'll make a difference. But okay. So fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and head to here. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna drop off all my goods in the building, in the warehouse. So I'm gonna drop these off in the warehouse so we have goods that we can gather. And that will help us, especially if you want to go and trade into the marketplace. We have that there as well. Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3. And then this, by the way, streamed away. But I could go out and gather some more pearls, which is not the worst. I'll gather some pearls. So I'm going to go 4, 5, and 6 with a pearl on it that I can then harvest. Okay. I've won. That's my turn.
What does the magician do?
The magician is how you upgrade your abilities. That's you need to, in order. If you flip your sheet, you'll have all your ability combinations that tell you the various things you need to pay to unlock certain ability trees, getting you higher and higher different abilities. More powerful versions of existing abilities or cooler things. So, for example, I have breakthrough. If one siren rolled an attack, triple opponent's defense reduced by 5. Or protector, delete damage to one siren, suffer twice the damage yourself, which is very cool. So, or mighty/3, where I can do 9 attack if I'm by myself. Yeah. Lots of things you can do as far as the abilities go, but you have to be at the magician to be able to unlock the abilities.
Okay. And let's see. In the warehouse, we just store stuff.
The warehouse, we just store stuff, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And what about the marketplace? You have to be there to pay to get the things?
The marketplace is where you can buy goods, or you can also you can buy various items, or you can also trade for resources for other resources. A 2-for-1 ratio on processed goods to other processed goods, or 4-for-1 ratio on a unprocessed good to any processed good.
All right.
And I believe they could be different. I don't think they have to be the same.
And sorry, what's going on here?
That's just a warehouse. We're storing goods there.
Oh.
I just drop goods off. That way we have them and they're close and localized.
Well, should we use them?
If you want to. They're just, we don't necessarily have everything we need, but we have stuff there.
Okay. I am gonna... What if I build like an outpost? What does that do for us?
An outpost.
Just the defense? I'm like, what can I build?
Outpost is the main building. Those are our main base buildings. You can build outposts,
Yeah.
castles, or fortresses. They give us additional defense, and they give us options for... You can also, we haven't even talked about this, but you can upgrade your workers and your caravans.
Alright, so how about this? I'll go 1, 2.
Yep.
And use the thing and take 2 wood.
Okay. 2 wood for you. Let me go ahead and find it for you, because we got 1 plank. I don't know if we have another wood. Oh, we do. We do. There you go.
Okay. And then... And then I will go to here, take this one, and then spend a thing to flip the 2.
Okay.
So I started here?
Yes, yes.
So I went 1, 2, 3,
4.
4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because the thing is going to push me down, I should go 5, 6, 7, and maybe end there.
It will push you down this round, yes.
So yeah, I'll just stand like that.
Okay. And that's going to be round.
Alright.
We're going to go ahead and activate the NPC. NPC is going to go ahead and activate. We're going to go ahead and move them. Our 6 over here. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And gathering one of those little things that they can then turn into a net. If I can find it over here.
Now, is it producing at the beginning of the next round then?
It will be producing 2 rounds from now.
Oh.
Okay. Your question about blue versus green makes sense now. Okay. We're going to put that down there. Then we're going to go ahead and activate the opponent, which is none, the boss, and the story event, which means now we're going to go ahead and move this forward, and we're going to activate Chapter 3.
Oh my.
Chapter 3. If I can find this over here. Chapter 3 from the north. The Sheraak and Rikata have now settled on the northern terrain with their own outposts. They also send a troop to Durant to attack and destroy it. Build the outposts. 1 main building with a support defense marker and an enemy marker. So we're going to be putting a building marker. We're going to be building an outpost basically up here on the board. So over here, going to be building an outpost. They're also going to have a worker outpost, so they're effectively starting a little encampment up here against our will, unfortunately, and then a little storage space as well. So they're basically building their own little storage space up here, where they're now going to start attacking from. And basically, what we have to do is we have to do two things. First things first, we have to go ahead and spawn enemies. So we're going to go ahead and spawn an enemy. We're going to get a Gegra over here. A Gegra is going to spawn over here. There are going to be two enemies that are spawning that are heading to attack us. And then another Orgado over here is going to be popping out. Where did the last Orgado go? Here we go. They're going to be coming out at us and trying to attack us. And then specifically, we have two players. We're going to be drawing two enemies over there. They are going to be once again heading to Durant over here to try to take it down. And then specifically, we place an enemy marker on 4 over here. And then right now, we have 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. When the marker hits 4, basically, Meg, we have two objectives. Objective number 1 is we have to go ahead and kill those two enemies before they attack Durant, or basically keep Durant alive. But secondly, and very importantly, what we have to do is, before this marker hits over here, if this comes back here and we haven't taken over the city, if we haven't gone over there and besieged the city, and when we do so, enemies are going to spawn as well, then they're going to spawn new enemies. So effectively, not only are the two enemies spawning now, if we don't proactively take out the city, more enemies will start coming our way again when this timer hits this round marker over here.
Okay.
And that is basically where we're up to as far as this chapter event right now, but that's also, I think, where we're going to go ahead and end this. This game is 8 chapters long as far as the different things that are going on. You're going to have events happening. There's going to be a final climactic boss fight as well, where you get to fight against this giant guy. If you want to read his stats, just for fun over there. Even at level 1,
he's like a giant octopus.
He has 20
so
health.
I assume this is him?
That is going to be him, indeed. Yeah.
Very fun.
And that's going to be a 20 health at level 1. At level 1, keep in mind. Because again, different scenarios, different options. At level 1, he's 20 health, 6 initiative, 10 attack, 6 defense. And he does fun things like, you know, rolling
Plus
5
5
extra
attack.
attack. Or hitting away all our 2s and 3s when he attacks. Or defending with plus 5
He
defense.
rolls 4 dice?
He rolls 4 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little vicious, honestly. But you have to power up for a reason. That's basically the idea over here. The idea of this is you go through a whole entire journey. You just pick this scenario. The scenario is going to guide you a lot. What do you want to show? Oh, you wanted to see that it was. You go through a long journey, but part of your job is to power up. How cool are those?
I mean, they're just cool.
It's 4 attack and 1 initiative. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's better than your current weapon. It's an extra
And they
attack
look
and extra
cool.
initiative.
They have gold stripes.
Check some of the accessories. What do the accessories do? Because you have a whole stack of accessories you haven't just talked about.
Pearl of Regeneration plus 2 life points for each movement you do not move. That's pretty crazy.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Ring of Bonus Attack.
What does it do?
The blank side of the bonus dice now count as 2. Staff of Paralysis can paralyze an opponent or group.
Cool.
Dagger of First Strike, roll a d4 and attack. That's what one of my cards was. That's a pretty cool looking dagger though with the coral and stuff.
The coral, yeah.
Fun. Bracelet of the Duelist.
Yeah, that's basically the idea. You build yourself up, you power up, you build more buildings, more infrastructure, you set yourself up for success, you level up your castles, you level up your caravans, your workers, you gather and power up your abilities in the game, but meanwhile, the enemies are also getting stronger, the scenario is moving along at a brisk pace, slowly throwing more enemies at you as event after event happens, chapter after chapter, until you deal with whatever this scenario conclusion is. In this case, a giant fight against, what's his name? Does he have a name? Oh, there it is. Ten Mako. Because he's got too many tentacles.
Oh my gosh, does he have 10?
Does he have 10? I was wondering, I was looking, but I think it's more than 10.
I know, this is going to be hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus the little hand.
He should be
one.
called 16 Mako. But in any case, until next time, that has been a gameplay of Sirens: The Deep Sea. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And I hope you have a good one.
Bye.